My name is Ernest Powell. I'm from the Agape Family Worship Center, and I dedicate my life now as a retired police officer to minister in prisons all over the world. And the majority of the guys in prison come from broken homes where they've been fatherless or motherless, and they turn rebellious because they had no parent to guide them in the right direction. So they become members of groups, and the leaders more or less tell them, well, you have to smoke ganja, you have to use cocaine, you have to commit this certain kind of crime to be accepted into our gang. And that is more or less how the majority of the guys come. Then a lot of the prisoners here also is from Jamaica, which was caught transporting ganja or cocaine from that country to this island, because majority of the drugs they bring here from either Colombia or Jamaica that is being transshipped to the United States. And they sell it locally on the island. You got a lot of the young boys and young girls that have taken up as a way of life. It's an easy money. So you find children, even children from the schools, that is selling drugs. When I travel, like even in Africa, poverty is what more or less makes people get into drugs. People that come from poor families. It's people, the drug dealers pick their poor people, the poverty-stricken people. First of all, they give them the drugs to use till they get them hooked on it. Then they use them to sell the drugs to make money for the big drug lords. Well, a lot of the guys that's here in prison, many of them are my friends. We used to work together in construction work or on ships. And, you know, I tried to talk to them that it's not the way. But they used to tell me, oh, we can handle it. I said, none of us can handle drugs. You may handle it for a while, but then it takes control of you. I was also a police officer. And my years as a policeman, I've tried to minimize and arresting people for drug offenses. I will take them more or less and talk to them and show them where they're going wrong and what can happen to them because of drugs. First of all, you lose your self-respect. Then your bank account is gone. Then you started to want to obtain money by stealing to obtain your drug habit. Then you go to prison, you come out, you're still addicted to drugs, you start continue stealing, then you do murders to get away with them, to get money to obtain your drugs. And that is what has happened to the majority of our young men here in the Cayman Islands. Majority of them would want to be out, they get out, but then they cannot fit into the society. Because here in the Cayman Islands, as an ex-police officer, if a man committed an offense and come to prison, 5 minutes after his release and a similar offense occur, the first soul that is picked up is that young man that have just been released from prison. They're repeaters because they are not allowed to fit back into society. If society would accept them back as a person, give them a job, show them that they love them, I think it would make a big difference. But they're not given, majority of them is not given a second chance. Deep inside, they want to change. But they're not given the opportunity and the privilege to change. When I became a Christian, God, the Holy Spirit revealed to me that He would use me to minister to people like these because I was once like them out in the world. I thank God I didn't use drugs. but I was addicted to alcohol and women. And after becoming a Christian, I asked God to help me to overcome these obstacles that was in my life. You see, we can do nothing without God. I came from a broken home. I had no father, just a mother. My father disowned me when I was 5 years old because I was sick, all because of 5 shillings that could make me well. But that day, I made a commitment to God that if I was allowed to become a man, that my children and others would not suffer the way that I suffered. I know what hardship is, but I worked with my 2 hands to make a good living. I used to tell my friends, drugs will get you no place in life. It's only 2 things you're sure of with drugs. It's an early grave or a lifetime in prison. That's the only 2 things you're assured of with getting involved in drugs. We have a lot of drugs on this island. I'm not here to say that this island is drug-free. This island have a lot of drugs.